Well, you better hurry because we're going to be late for school.
Okay. I mean, all you have to do is drop me off there. I have to be there all day.
Oh, come on, you like school.
Did you?
Well,
You know, when I was your age, honey, I couldn't wait to get to school every morning. And I'll bet Tiffany felt the same way.
Not so loud, honey. What in the world? Felt the same way. What? What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking.
You couldn't wait for your first cup of coffee of the day.
Oh, thank you.
You okay? Just take it easy.
Hi, Tiff. What are you doing here? Are you sick or something?
No, darling, I'm just a little silly. I was at the Quartermain party last night and I had a little bit too much, it's in my stomach. Didn't agree with it, I don't know.
Oh, I bet it was fun. How come kids don't get to go to good parties?
I can't answer these questions this early in the morning, honey.
I know.
Well, I had a good time and Mommy knows too.
You didn't tell about you-know-what, did you?
Oh, your engagement?
Mm-hmm.
I was dying to tell them, but I didn't.
Oh, good kid.
Robin!
Thank you.
Wait a minute. I have a great idea.
Oh?
Why don't we have a party here tonight?
Now, that is a great idea, sweetheart.
Okay, then I'll come on.
No. Let's
Robin,
hold on a minute.
we have to go to school now.
Yeah, Sam's right. You have to go to school, honey. And it's a little too early to call Mommy. She's probably still asleep. I'll tell you what. I'll have Tiffany call her and Duke a little later, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Enjoy school.
Okay.
You will do that, won't you, sweetheart? Sweetheart. Here you go. That's it.
Morning. Hello. I got something for you.
Oh, another one of those.
Come on, I made you breakfast. Look, it doesn't get cold.
Oh. You didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did. You deserve it. Especially after a late night.
I should be making breakfast for you. You were supposed to be taking it easy.
Oh, I'm fine, really. Stop that. Absolutely fine. I didn't want to stay in bed anyway. I'm very happy with my condition. I wanted to get up. Even Olivia can't spoil that.
Well, I wish it were that simple. Come here.
Well, it is. Especially now Robert's investigating.
Why'd you say that? What else has happened? You've got to tell me.
Nothing else has happened. I just think it's very good that Robert's investigating her, and he'll tell us when the time comes. Now, eat your cold scrambled eggs, please. Here.
No. Cheryl? Where are you?
Hello?
Good morning. I'm hoping I'm not waking you up.
What do you want?
Well, I'm sure you're upset with me for putting off yesterday's appointment. I hated to do it, but something here came up.
I'll be there at 2 today.
Well, that's why I'm calling. That's impossible for me. Make it 5. Sharp?
Olivia, don't jerk me around like this. I am not going to live my life according to your whims and at your convenience.
Cheryl, dear, listen to me. I'm only going to say this once. If you want to continue living, you'll do as you're told.
Oh. Hi. What's up?
Robert.
Hmm?
I want you to stop investigating Julian's murder. It doesn't matter who killed him. It's done. He's dead. I want you to leave him buried.
I heard the phone ringing before. Is this attitude got something to do with that?
I just want you to do what I ask.
All right, and I'm trying to understand what you ask. Maybe I need some coffee.
I'm not asking for much.
Okay. I get home late last night. You're asleep. Now, we don't talk. I get in bed. You don't. I wake up this morning and here you are half crazed. And now you hit me with the fact that you don't want me to investigate Julian's death anymore. Well, I mean, if his sister stiffed him, wouldn't you want her to pay for that?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, of course I would. I'm sorry. Look, I should just stay out of it. It's not my business.
It's too late for that. I mean, you're involved.
Well, I shouldn't be.
Why not? I mean, Julian is your business.
He was my business. Not anymore. It's past. It's over.
All right. That's what you say. I believe you. I mean, if this is what's upsetting you, I believe you. You just got to believe me.
I just wish I had never met any Jeromes, Julian, or his father, or his sister.
Hey, be grateful you're not part of the family.
Don't joke.
I'm just trying to brighten the day.
I'll get the coffee.
I don't need coffee. I don't need any of this first thing in the morning. I want to know why the change of heart.
Robert, I'm afraid.
Of what?
Of Olivia.
She can't hurt you.
What about you? She had her own brother killed. She's capable of doing anything.
Look, if Olivia's the worst thing I ever have to deal with in my life, I'll live to a ripe old age.
You have no idea what she might do.
I don't care. Hey, I'm scared of some peroxide blonde and a merry band of thugs. Look, nothing's going to happen to me. Got it? And thank you for the information, and now nothing's going to happen to my daughter and Anna. You've given me the ammunition to deal with that, and we all thank you for it, huh?
Don't thank me. I'm just being selfish.
I call it caring.
I'm still afraid.
Of what?
I might lose you.
Hey, I may not be the most well-balanced person in the world, but I'm not crazy. I mean, I might have to walk out on this.
Something else might take you away.
Look, at one point, there was a possibility of that, but now everything's out in the open. I can't imagine what could come between us. Stop worrying.
Come on, I didn't slave over a hot stove just to have you ignore it. Now, come on, you eat your breakfast. You'll hurt my feelings. I made this specially. It's cold now. This isn't the way to start the day.
I agree.
This is better than cooking.
Have you any idea how wonderful you are?
Yes?
You make me laugh, you make me cry, you make me breakfast in bed. Let's go away until this whole thing's over. Come on, you, me, and Robin.
No. You're very wonderful. And I love the way you care about us, but no.
Just say yes, and I can make all the arrangements just like that.
I've never run away from anything in my life, and I'm not about to start now.
So is the idea of going away with me, is it so unappealing?
Oh, you know it's not that. But we've been over this already. I'm not going to give in to them now. For a start, we're going to be uprooting the entire family. And not only that, it's impossible to run away from those people.
Okay. I won't press you anymore.
Good. So I won't let you.
There are just so many things that we're unsure of at all.
Well, I think now with Robert investigating, I think it'll be very good. He's good at his job.
Yeah, but with this secret investigation, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Olivia's planning a summer. The whole thing is driving me up the wall.
Well, he will keep us informed. I hope so. And I think the summit will happen.
How can you be so sure?
Well, because of Olivia. I mean, she's got to make her move.
Why?
Because of Victor being so ill. She has to do something.
In that case, I think the lady deserves a wake-up call.
Well, don't let us spoil our day.
No chance. As that man in the movies, what's his name, as he said, make my day. I'm going to call her, ask her to include me.
I have to convince them it's the most important thing in life's ever done.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. We're a little early.
I'm flattered. That means you're as anxious to begin our talks as I am.
We're all waiting for you to set the date.
We will do that together. All of us. Mr. Carter,
Jerome.
it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard a lot about your father from my father. What do you think he would think of me now?
The son of his arch rival? Your father would be proud.
It's best we not bother him with that right now, though, don't you agree? Oh, and Mr. Felipa, it's wonderful to see you again as well.
I wasn't going to come, but then I figured I should hear you out for your father's sake. I owe him.
I understand. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
I never thought I'd be in the same room with him.
When we finish, the United Carter and Jerome families will be the most powerful and lucrative amalgamation in our histories. We'll start in a moment, gentlemen. Please, in the meantime, help yourself to the refreshments out in the club, and I'll be right with you. We don't want to start our meeting on an empty stomach.
It wouldn't hurt some of us.
Okay. Go ahead, please. I'll be right with you. Yes.
Good morning.
To you, too. What a pleasant surprise.
Business. I wasn't too sure you'd be there, but now that you are, any update on the summit?
Something to eat?
I'm just trying to find a mutually convenient time for everyone. So far, no luck.
Who's there?
Excuse me?
I hear voices. You're not alone.
Oh, it's the morning cleaning crew, and they can't seem to do anything without me either. But as soon as I have any information, Duke, I'll let you know. Bye-bye. Are you coming?
In a minute. All those breakfast goodies are too tempting. Besides, not everybody's here. I want to make a few calls and find out what's happening.
They'll be here, I'm sure.
No call won't hurt. And all those sweet rolls I have out there. Give me indigestion.
Well, I just want to thank you very much for all your support.
Hey, you're Jerome.
Thanks, Maxie.
Why don't you make a cup of herb tea for us while we're waiting?
Good. I will. Yes?
It's me, Maxie. I want to talk to Victor.
Maxie, I'll get the tea.
Hello?
Hey, hello, Victor. How do you feel?
Stronger every day. What do you have for me?
I'm at the club. The meeting should be starting soon.
You're going to be my eyes and ears, right? Thank you, my friend, for everything.
I'll do all I can.
Just listen to everything Olivia says, then report back to me. Once I know her game plan, I can set up my final moves.
I understand.
One more thing.
Yeah.
And this is the most important. Whatever she says, don't give anything away, right? You follow along with her, you object a little bit, just don't make her suspicious. I got a surprise in mind for my daughter, and I don't want it spoiled, so you'll get back to me.
Will do.
A surprise my daughter will never forget.
I didn't think that I would ever get this far with it, but I want you to see it. Well, no, I'm very proud of it, actually.
Oh,
See there? Oh, wait, this is way around.
beautiful.
Like it? Yeah, it's all right.
You're going to have a huge baby. What is this?
Oh, it's a baby blanket.
Oh, it's a blanket. I thought she was going to wear it. Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Well,
fabulous.
there's a few mistakes here and
Oh,
there.
they'll never see the mistakes. Don't worry.
Anyway, hold this.
Okay.
Next I'm going to make this outfit that I marked in here. Wait, here. See this little sweater? That is really cute. And, I figure by the time the baby's born, it should have a complete wardrobe,
Oh, I think it would be fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, from Mommy with love. You should be very proud of yourself.
Well, I am. I mean, I've never knit before. Maybe by the time you have a baby, I'll be able to do it properly.
I don't know if I'm going to have a baby or not, but I'm very glad that you're happy about having your baby.
Yeah. About having my baby.
Good.
And I want to thank you for looking after Robin this way. I mean, with Robert and everything. It's really nice of you.
It's no problem. We love having her. She's so excited about this baby.
Oh, I know. I called her earlier on today, and there's something going on because she's hiding something from me, and I can always tell. I know when she's excited.
Well, that's why I came. That's why I came. John and I wanted you and Duke to come over for an early dinner tonight.
Oh, did Robin put you up to this?
Well, it was her idea, but it was a good idea. I thought a very good idea.
Well, just because she's living with you mustn't let her bully you because she does it to Duke and I.
No, that's not it at all. I mean, Sean and I were planning on having this party anyway. We invited Robert, we invited Cheryl. I mean, it's just a little dinner party.
It's not just her trying to stay up late?
No. Actually, Sean and I have an announcement.
Wait a minute. Party, Cheryl, me, Robert, announcement. Now, what could this be? I mean, are you pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant. No. Oh, Robin will kill me if I tell you, but I have to tell you anyway.
Sean and I have finally set a date to marry.
Oh, good. Isn't that great?
I'm so excited now. You can't tell Sean. You can't tell Robin.
Oh, no.
Now,
I
you got to promise to act surprise.
Yes, absolutely. It's Robin's secret. I
Okay,
promise
great.
you that.
So you and Duke will be there?
Yeah, we'll be there, definitely.
good.
Duke will be... In fact, I'll call him now.
No, there's no reason to call him. I'll just count on you being there. I've got to go. I've got a million things I've got to do. I had no idea there was this much to do to get married.
Well, I don't think this is going to be any small affair, is it? I mean...
Well, no, it's not going to be a small affair. Actually, it's going to be probably the biggest affair that's ever happened in the world. It's going to be black tie and tails.
Shall I polish my sequins?
Sequins? You have sequins to wear to a wedding? I didn't know that. No. I was thinking about wearing sequins to a wedding.
Well, it would be a first time.
I think it would be, but I decided to go very elegant and simple. Cheryl and I were talking about it. She's going to be my maid of honor, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. We were going to have a double wedding.
Well, why don't you?
Well, we decided it wouldn't work. I didn't want her to be my double wedding person, so we decided not to do it.
Wait, is she having trouble with Robert?
No, she's not having trouble. I just don't think they're ready to get married yet. That's my personal opinion.
Well, I mean, if you can snare Sean Donnelly, I don't see why she can't get Robert.
You got a point there.
Well, you should talk to her.
I should. Well, I don't know. She just got this thing about it. You know, we always talk about having double weddings, actually, but never.
That was Sean. He wants us over there for dinner tonight.
Oh, I'm not sure I'll be back.
Where are you going?
New York.
How come?
Client.
It's a bit sudden, isn't it?
Well, yes, actually, I've had a million calls in the last day or two, all rescheduling things, and this is one of those things. Actually, I have to run and get dressed and go.
Before we do that, take care of some business here. Bloody hell. Now, just when you think you've got all the bases covered.
I'll get it. Yes.
It's Duke. I'm looking for Robert.
Well, you're looking in the right place. I'll let you up.
He's such a tiresome little man.
You don't mean that.
Sure I do. You don't know me very well.
No. What I do know.
Yeah?
I love.
To what do I owe this obnoxious intrusion?
I want to talk to you.
Excuse me, both of you. I have to get dressed. There's more coffee in the kitchen.
I don't want coffee.
It's a good thing. You look wide enough.
What's this information you have on Olivia? You better tell me. It's my family's license at stake.
You know, your family's life wouldn't be at stake if you'd have kept your fingers out of the mob. Now, I suggest you butt out. I know what I'm doing.
It's funny. Anna says the same thing. Unfortunately, I don't share her trust in you.
Well, no one really cares about that. I mean, I don't need your trust, your approval, or even your permission. And do us all a great big favor. Go home and look after your wife, huh?
Give me the information that would help.
I'll tell you this much. If the allegations against Olivia are even halfway true, she's far more treacherous than you and I ever thought.
Okay, well, you listen to me, Mr. Scorpio. You do what you like with the information. Keep it to yourself. If Olivia St. John lays one finger on my wife, I'll hold you accountable. You and only you.
It will make us the biggest and certainly one of, if not the strongest organizations in the country.
Well, gentlemen, that's about all I have to say. Are there any questions?
We've got schedules to keep. When exactly are you going to have this full meeting?
The main man for the Carters isn't here today.
But he will be here for the summit. I have his personal assurance of that.
She's right. I've been in touch with his people as well.
And I'm glad you pressed for a precise meeting date, Mr. Felipa. I would like your input, but I do have my own ideas about that.
Go on.
As you all know, my father has been very ill, but his birthday is in 2 weeks,
We know that. We always celebrate Victor's birthday.
and we've appreciated that very much over the years. However, my father will be unable to travel this year, so we'll pay our respects to him in Port Charles. We'll have the most lavish party that city's ever seen. At the appointed time, our invited guests will be enjoying themselves. We will go to another room where I will have made the security arrangements. There, we will officially seal our pact.
So long as you can guarantee one thing. We want to know that Victor has agreed to go along with this. No moves. without his blessing.
I assure you, you already have it. But that night, he will give it to us again himself, in person. So it is his intention, therefore, and yours and those who are unable to be with us here today, to then turn over the leadership of the new family to me.
What about Duke? Victor handpicked him to take Julian's place. He'll be there, won't he?
Of course, unless something unforeseen happens, which I'm certain is highly unlikely. Regardless of who my father chooses, whether it be me or Duke or the two of us together, we will be there with my father's unequivocal blessing. Any questions?
If we have any questions, we'll ask your father. Just before he blows the candles out on his birthday cake.
Good. I'll see you at the party then. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been a wonderful meeting. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you think,
It's wonderful to see you.
One birthday party, I would miss, right?
You. It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Oh, really?
Hi.
I'm surprised you're not at the office. Hi.
Well, it was such a beautiful day, I thought I'd work here.
Oh, I see. You came back from my help, huh?
Only if you have nothing else important to do.
Oh, no, I have nothing to do at all. I have a business to run, I have stocks to buy and sell, and I have a wedding to plan.
Ah, that doesn't count.
What's in here?
Oh, mob maneuvers, murder, cover-up, crud. In short, the unexpurgated history of Olivia Jerome.
Oh, you're trying to tell me she's a nice girl, huh?
Nice girls don't stiff their brothers.
Now, if that's true, you can prove it. You can put this girl out of commission for a long, long time.
Yeah, well, in a perfect world, I would have nailed them all by now.
And since we both know it's an imperfect world...
Point is, I can't stick around and wait for a meeting that may never happen.
Where have you got to go on?
So far, only Cheryl's word. That's the reason I'm here. You still interested?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Good.
Yesterday, I was in New York conducting my own private investigation into Julian Jerome's murder.
And that's in this file, right?
Part of it. The interesting bit centers on Olivia's trip to Paris. At the time, Julian was being ambushed. I don't think that kid knew what hit him.
Neither did Duke, for that matter.
Yeah, I've had enough of him for one day, thank you.
Okay, fine. So what you want me to do is check on her alibi, right?
Right.
Makes sense that she would have one.
Correct. She must have had some contact with New York.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you go to the WSB and find out where in Paris she was staying, hotel, etc., and get all the information you can on the phone calls made back here.
I thought you were going to ask me for a tough one.
Sorry.
I mean, this is nothing. 2 phone calls.
Don't make me say that I'm grateful to you, all right? Do that.
This Jerome thing's really got you.
For the time being, I think we should keep it in the family. Don't even tell the Tiff.
Don't worry, I won't.
It's enough to worry about Anna and Robert and what Olivia might try next. I don't want to give her an excuse to go after Cheryl.
Announcing the departure of Flight 204 to New York City, now boarding at Gate 5.
Thank you.
Announcing the departure of Flight 204 to New
I
York
want
City,
a
now
one-way
boarding at
ticket
Gate 5.
to New York, or round trip, actually.
Round trip ticket to New York?
Yes, and please hurry. I can't afford to miss this flight.
All right. Do you have any luggage that you want to check?
No, thank you.
Just the ticket. Okay. Have a nice flight and a good time in New York.
I doubt it.
Round trip on the flight the lady just booked.
Okay, she asked for non-smoking. Do you want to sit together with her up front?
No, I'll sit back.
Okay.
Announcing the departure of Flight 204 to New York City, now boarding at
We're
Gate
boarding
5.
at the far gate.
Announcing the departure of Flight 204.
I've got these all tangled up here in my hair.
Yeah.
6.
Got it? If you can knock that one.
There you are.
Oh, spoil me.
You deserve it.
You do? I'm getting quite used to having you around the house, you know.
You're starting to feel guilty, are you?
No, maybe a bit.
Well, will you even think about it?
I just don't want you neglecting things at the club, that's all. I don't want there to be any problems.
Don't worry about it. My other wife's taking care of it.
Pardon?
Angel's everything under control. My other wife, she's taking care of business the way a good wife should.
That's awfully sexist of you.
I only said it to get a rise out of you. It's okay, he's good. Control of everything. What does this look like?
It looks all right, but you look worried. Hello?
Hi, Mommy. You coming soon?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yes, we are. Is everybody else there?
Put together.
Yeah, they are, but Daddy and Sean are working on something.
Oh, are they what?
Well, don't worry. I'll tell them to stop before you come.
All right.
I can't wait to find out what we're celebrating.
We'll be happy. I guarantee.
Okay, well, I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye, Mommy.
Um,
Mommy and Uncle Duke are coming home right now.
yes, sweetheart. Right.
You know, you guys are working awful hard on that. Will you be finished before, Mommy and Uncle Duke come over?
No, honey, we won't be too much longer, I promise. Why don't you go in the kitchen and help Sam and Tiffany, huh?
Okay.
Don't you look cute in your little outfit?
She's pretty excited, isn't she?
Yeah. So am I.
Gee, I certainly hope you can keep a lid on all this enthusiasm.
I'll try.
Good. Look, oh, buddy, I don't think we can do too much more here, so why don't I get on the horn and call the WSB office in Paris, explain the urgency to them. I'm sure we'll get an early reply. Hey, you still with me?
You know, there's something about this case that puzzles me.
What?
Not what, but who. Victor Jerome. Why hasn't he gotten more involved in finding out who killed his son?
All right, I'll bite. What?
I mean, according to Duke and Cheryl, this guy idolized his kid. Why hasn't he done something about his daughter?
Who knows?
Victor, Maxie is here. I wish you didn't keep a picture of Julian here. You need peace, not anguish.
I don't keep it here to cause more pain. I keep it near me as a reminder of how treacherous Olivia is. Hey, I heard voices. Who's here?
Maxie,
Send him in, huh? And then if you would, leave us alone.
do you promise me not to get too excited?
I'm fine. Just send him in.
Okay.
Hey, Maxie.
I don't like it, Victor. I don't like it at all.
Dimitri just cautioned me not to get too excited. Sit down. Take it easy. I'm not going to have the stroke. He is. It's all right. You can go. Hey, I let my daughter put me in the hospital. Don't let her do that to you.
The woman wants to take over. What's the world come to that a woman thinks she can run the family?
A woman can try. That doesn't mean she's going to succeed.
She's even hedging about Duke Lavery now. Is that what you want? Are these your wishes?
No, my friend. Take a deep breath and listen to me. At the same time, I'm not at all surprised that Olivia would try and take over now, given my condition. She will win.
How can you fight her? You're not 100%.
I may look weak. I haven't played my trump yet, and when I do, there'll be no doubt in anybody's mind who's in charge.
Does that mean you're coming back to take over?
I got something far better than that up my sleeve. Maxie, I'm going to play my hand at the summit. But first, there's some things that have to be done, and for that, I need your help.
I'm with you all the way. You know that.
All right. This is what I want you to do.
Come in. 5 o'clock on the dot. I admire that in a person. How was your flight?
Let's dispense with all that, shall we?
Such assertiveness. I've never seen that in you before, Cheryl.
What do you want?
If that's the way you want to play it, fine. I want to know why your ex-boyfriend is harassing me.
You had me come all the way to New York so you could ask me that.
That's right. And I prefer assertiveness to playing dumb. There's a horrible rumor floating around.
Is there?
I'm surprised you haven't heard. Someone is spreading an ugly story that I had something to do with my brother's death.
That's not a story, Olivia, and it is ugly and disgusting. You had your own brother killed.
So you have heard them.
Julian was the most loving, caring, wonderful
You don't
man.
have to tell me about my brother. The memories are more painful for me than they are for you. Whatever you've heard, whatever stories have been spread around about me, there's no proof. It's all speculation and it's not true. I don't want you to breathe a word of this nonsense to Robert Scorpio or Duke Lavery.
What makes you think I haven't already?
I certainly hope you're joking. Even you wouldn't be that stupid. If you say one word of this to anyone at all, you'll lose everything and everyone you hold dear.
Can you take one of these, please?
Which
Made
one's
them all by myself.
Which one's the peanut butter and jelly?
Hey, this is a grown-up party.
It's a grown-up party, right? Okay, what are we talking about? Come here.
We're talking about Olivia.
Right.
I may have information soon.
What exactly is that supposed to mean?
It means that I'll finally be able to haul her in for some serious questioning.
Good. That's all I wanted to know.
You gonna tell them? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, can I have your attention, please? Tiffany wants to say something.
Actually, Tiffany and Sean want to say something.
I think that Robin should make this announcement.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your...
That's your job.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is, yeah. We've gathered all of you here together to share our happy news. This lovely lady, Miss Tiffany Hill, who is one of the most successful show business personalities in the world, owns her own TV station, and is one of the most beautiful women in Port Charles,
And queen of the B movies.
has consented to be my bride sometime during the Thanksgiving week. Thank you.
Have you thought Tiffany Donnelly?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about Sean Hill?
Sean Hill.
That's good.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Mommy,
Yes.
you don't have to fake it. You knew, didn't you?
Gotcha.
Oh.
Well, Tiffany told me. Listen, everybody, I want to say something else.
Good. You have to hear it.
Yes, darling, I'm the bride-to-be, and I can just yak as much as I want to. That's my privilege now.
Have you decided on a dress yet?
Is it going to be as pretty as Mommy's was?
She showed me pictures of it earlier.
Yeah, well, Cheryl and I were talking about
I want to talk to the last man I know who survived his own wedding. Come here.
What have you found out about the summit?
Well, I talked to Olivia, but she was in a hurry to get me off the phone. There were other voices in the background.
Think she's trying to cut you off?
I'm certain of it, yeah.
When I last talked to her, I went to great pains not to implicate you.
Well, you didn't have to. After your confrontation with her, she put two and two together, and she figured out for herself that you and I were working together.
Oh, great. There goes your cover.
Not necessarily. She may still include him.
Why did you say that?
To satisfy the old guard. I mean, none of those guys are going to take a woman lightly. Probably not even seriously.
Well, if she doesn't include me, how the hell do we find out what's going on down there?
Hey, Rodolfo, hold it.
Max, you want something?
I was waiting for you. I need to talk to you about this summit.
I doubt I'll be much help.
In 2 weeks, on Victor's birthday.
So what else you want to know?
About Duke. Is he in trouble or something?
Why would you ask?
I don't know. Olivia doesn't seem to want to include him anymore. Is it my imagination, or is something coming down between those two?
Look, I try to mind my own business, Maxie. I think you ought to do the same.
Yeah. You're right. Better let Olivia handle things her own way. Thanks. Chilly, huh? Rodolfo, stay warm.
I don't care if Mommy knew, it's still exciting.
Oh, don't you?
She's so cute.
You're going to be next, Sam.
What?
To get married.
My romantic daughter, I'm sorry.
And I know how to do it, too.
Well, I'd be interested to know how you ladies do it, too.
Well, all Sam has to do is catch Tiffany's bouquet.
That's it? Well, I think she has to do something else first.
What's that?
Well, she has to find a nice young man.
Mm-hmm. That's the next.
Well, I think we only have one thing missing right now.
Let me guess. It's coming to me.
I think
Hang on.
if you can't guess, there's something definitely wrong with you, my dear.
A kid sister.
I do declare, I think you got it wrong.
Right on cue, too, really.
Yes. Well, where is she?
New York, with a client.
Oh, I bet it's that guy that was driving her crazy yesterday.
Well, somebody was certainly giving her a hard time.
Oh, I know. I was there when they was getting all these phone calls. It was horrible.
Honey,
Well, I should be here later. What?
is that dinner I smell burning?
No, that's the
It smells like burning.
No.
It may.
No, it's
Oh
dinner.
dear. Sam, I need the fire department. Help me.
I'm with the police department.
That's
What can I
okay.
do?
You can do it.
Is this, Jerome thing still in your mind?
No, I stopped thinking about that hours ago.
Now, what's bothering you then?
A missing member.
You said she's going to be here. It's a little late, that's all. So what's the problem?
Well, I'm just wondering whether the client pulled her out of town or whether I pushed her.
Why, did you two have a fight?
We don't have to. I mean, that's apparent. It's a given.
What's a given?
This Julian Jerome business. I guess I've been pretty insensitive about that. To me, he's just a mobster's son.
How does she feel about it?
First love. I mean, the death affected her more than I realized.
Now, come on, Robert. It's only natural, especially if they're that close. Come on.
Yeah. I just wish she told me about it sooner.
All right, she didn't, so you feel deceived. That's only natural, too. But if you can give her that much, why can't you give it to yourself?
The sooner we put an end to Jerome memory, the better. That's why I'm eager to close the chapter on this particular episode.
I don't think I really have to tell you this, but there are some things you can't hurry.
Some things you gotta hurry. You gotta get rid of all the ghosts of the past. That way, you got a fighting chance of dealing with the future.
Julian. Seems like I always just come here and cry. You always hated it when I cried. And I'm sorry. I just don't know who else to talk to. And you always said I should talk it out and tell you what's making me sad. You really wanted to protect me from anything that could harm me. That's why you left me. You couldn't stand to see someone you loved hurt. I know that now. It took me a long time to believe it, but I do. And I have tried to build a new life for myself. I thought I was doing a pretty good job, too. Robert is such a wonderful man. He makes me laugh. Oh, it's all just coming down around me. And I'm in the same position you were in. I don't want any harm to come to the people I love, and because of me, they're in danger. And I don't know what to do for them. And I don't know what to do for myself. And I can't tell Robert. I know it's too late for you to protect me now. I just don't know where else to turn.
Honey, it's not too late. Cheryl.
Julian.
Nobody's gonna hurt you, honey. You can count on it.